Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. I'm trying to move my mic around. This is my review for Married to Medicine Season 8 Reunion Part 2. I just realized it's going to be a Part 3 to this reunion, and I'm like, I am so over this season. This Part 2 of the reunion, when I say it has dragged all the energy out of me that I don't know what to do with myself, I don't even want to get on camera. Okay, I really don't. But y'all know, let's just get into it. Y'all know to subscribe to my channel. Because y'all love me. Go ahead and subscribe to become a whole JayBird. Dun 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 dun. Okay, like the video. Because for me to go through all the foolishness of having to watch this foolishness and bring it to y'all can at least like the video, comment in the comment section, and also share it on your social media. Relax, relate, release, center yourself and everyone around you. Inhale and exhale because I told you so. And also follow me on IG and Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. I'm here. I just feel like this reunion is not giving us anything new that we did not get in the season. And it frustrates me when y'all have reunions that don't give nothing. We got more out of Anila on our interview with her than we did at all in this reunion. And this was produced by Bravo. Ooling's first panel was produced by us four, me and Niecy and Jamie and Bondi. We did a better job at getting information and discussing the season than the whole Bravo production team as a unit. Okay, I am like, this is some bull of stuff whatnot. Now look, don't forget tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we will be on Niecy's channel having an interview with Alexis from Ready to Love. Okay. Don't forget on Thursday, our regular scheduled panel will be on Jamie's channel. Okay. Thursday, 9 p.m. Jamie SB channel. We will see y'all there. And on tomorrow's, well, today, because y'all going to get this on Monday morning. But later tonight, we will also be announcing who our next interview will be with. That will be next week. But we're announcing today on the interview with Alexis, who we'll be interviewing next week. Okay, so make sure to tune in to find out who we interviewing next. Y'all know we're doing a great job. We just interviewed Tressa on Bondi's channel today. Well, yesterday because it's 3:20 in the morning. So that's why I'm confused about days or whatever. Plus I'll put this out on Monday morning. But again, we out here doing our thing and whatnot. But let's get to this foolishness. Look, I don't even really have no new photos. I'm not finna sit up here and take no new photos or whatever. So bam. There they go. Quad announcing that Contessa and Scott are planning to separate. Okay, how Contessa filed for separation. Now, when that happens, Scott is backstage. He's upset because his thing is, what's she doing? Why is she saying that? I can't believe, you know what I'm saying? We did not talk about this, what's happened. So Scott is backstage confused about what's going on or whatever. I'm like, I guess so. Now, he brings up how, him and Contessa had talked about filing for separation, but Contessa told him she was not going to go through with it, that she was going to pull it back. Okay. But seeing her talk about it on stage made it seem like, what I'm saying, she was on some bullshit, whatever, and he felt blindsided. I'm like, but if y'all talked about it already, what part is the black girl? Scott gets so upset. Not Scott was just emotional. Okay, he wanted to. I'm leaving. I'm not doing this. I'm not playing these games. I'm bye. But luckily, Curtis stops him. Okay, the men were trying to give support to Scott because even the men watching Quad announce the divorce or the separation between Scott and Contessa had all the men confused on what's happening. So again, them seeing Scott upset made them want to try to, rally around him to calm him down or whatever. So we do see Curtis convinces him not to leave. Don't leave. And don't do that or whatever, because right now they only have Quad. What they do only have Quad side of the story. Right now they only have Contessa's side based on what she told Quiet and them or what Quiet and them was saying, you need to speak your piece to, because you won't have time to clear up whatever you feel is coming out incorrectly. Okay, so stay here, whatever, and Cecil advised them, like, don't allow what's going on stage to affect what you want to say. Focus on what you got going on with Contessa. Don't worry about what the other women are saying, because again, it's easy to feel attacked, okay, because Quiet said or Heavenly said or Toya said. They don't want Scott to get misguided and then focus on the wrong thing or whatever. I'm like, girl, focus on your wife. Anyway, back on stage, Quad then asked Contessa, can you be honest about the reason why you left to go to school? I'm looking like, the fuck? Be honest, what happened? Because that was, what, 2 seasons ago? What happened? Contessa then say, well, you can say it. You can. And I'm like, what the fuck? And Quad then said, why do you seem scared to speak your own truth? Like, why do you keep wanting us to say this? Because as y'all know, Heavenly, who we also interviewed on Bondi's channel, she brought up how Quad was told to say that Contessa and Scott were separate teams. So again, this thing Quad saying, why do you want us to tell your tea and not you? What's going on with that or whatever? And Contessa issue, because women are brutal, okay, and they will attack me no matter what Scott did. I don't think anyone is trying to attack Contessa or even Scott, because Scott ain't shit. It's like he's lying, but I feel like every episode on this season, Contessa would do something fucked up, Scott would do something fucked up, but at the end of the day, y'all marriage is fucked up. And I'm tired of having to pick which fucked up person I'm mad at today. Because one moment I'm mad at Contessa, the next one I'm mad at Scott. Because they both doing bullshit. I'm like, I'm just so over this season. Completely over this season. Contessa and Scott are not happy. They should divorce. Wanna why? Because as she keeps saying, we've been married 16 years, okay? And it's been hard. It's been horrible. If your marriage has always been bad, that's on you for staying. It's one thing if it was good at one point, you had rough patches, and this is the rough patch. But Contessa keeps making it seem as if, no, her and Scott have consistent bad times, have always had consistent bad times, and she only there because we have children. The I don't matter, the children matter. I'm like, okay, well then leave him. Because clearly Scott don't value you. But you cannot keep complaining about how much of a fucked up husband he is if you won't leave him. To where you have your friends speaking for you. Okay? I'm confused. And they also brought up how they'll be complaining about their marriage, but on social media, they together, even currently today. It seems as if they are still married and together. So don't bore me to death with y'all bullshit if neither one of y'all gonna move forward with either divorce, separation, or whatever. Girl, they aggravated me to no end. Period. Okay? But back to Quad asking Tessa, explain the real reason you left to go to school. Quad again speaks for Contessa and then said that Contessa and Scott had actually separated, okay? Or at least Contessa felt like her leaving to go to school was her giving him time to figure out what he wants to do. So I think Contessa may have been separated from Scott and Scott didn't know, or I don't know. Anyway, but she brings up how, Contessa left and went to school to do her thing in school, and Scott stayed with the kids or whatever and did whatever it was he did. But I'm like, so did y'all agree to separate? Or did you choose to go to school and you treated that as a separation? To me, that's not fair to Scott. And that would probably explain why Scott was pissed off, because Contessa left him because she separated from him and he just didn't know. But she told him, hey, I'm going to leave to go to school. Yeah, I'm gonna go to school out of state. Yeah, for like 2 years or 18 months or whatever. And for her, it was separation. For her, because she needed space from him. She wanted him to have space too, but he didn't know that. So that could be a reason why Scott was pissed off. Girl, They piss me off at every turn, okay? At this point in time, because the men are like, Scott, you have the right to speak your piece, which he does. I'm not gonna say he doesn't. Scott come out on stage, okay? He like, so what's going on? Like, is this what you're doing? You really out here, you told Quad that you're going through with the separation, like, cause we getting divorced now? Is that what it is? And Scott came out. One, he came out confused, because he ambushed the stage, and he said he felt like her telling Quad before him wasn't right. And to him, it sounded as if Quad was saying they were getting divorced. And for him, he's like a divorce or separation is one and the same. I agree to a certain extent. I do feel like if you two have had a conversation and one person decides to legally separate, which usually people separate first to then get divorced. Okay. So he like, I don't want to go as far as, even Cecil Simone went when she filed for divorce with Cecil, and then they didn't get divorced, but she still filed. And so he like, I don't want to go that far. I feel so like someone's on my lip, honey, be weird. Anyway, so he like, I don't want to do that. I'm looking like, Scott, okay, if you don't want to get divorced, fix your fucking marriage. Again, Contessa and Scott both do dumb shit. Contessa and Scott ignores Contessa and act like she's going crazy and like what she said isn't happening. But Contessa will then allow him to do it and then stay. She allows him to basically mentally torture her and she stays. But it's not as if she's in any kind of denial or she's confused about how fucked up he treats her. She's fully aware of it. And tell people about how she's been fully aware for the past 16 years, or at least the past 10, 12 years, it's been a fucked up marriage. Okay, well, leave him. I am over Scott and Contessa. I do not need them back for next season at all. To me, their issues are worse than Jackie and Curtis. Not worse. They are. It's too. It's like petty bullshit. Like Jackie and Curtis. Curtis cheated on Jackie because he felt Jackie was not there enough for him, which does not make it right. But he cheated on Jackie, and Jackie almost left him. They worked through it. Okay, with Cecil and Simone, they grew apart over the years. Cecil had, inappropriate friendships or whatever with his friend and whatnot. They had to work through that. I feel like for a Contessa and Scott, it's like no one knows what the real issue is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Scott's flawed, yes. Contessa's flawed, yes. She recently makes it seem as if he's been inappropriate with whoever, but I feel like neither one of them have been a valid reason as to why they have issues, and Scott won't talk to Contessa to figure it out, and Contessa just makes it seem as if, well, I know he won't talk to me about it, but I'm still mad, but I'm still sad. I'm not saying there has to be one specific issue for them to discuss, but it's the same conversation over and over when she brought up how I feel like I'm living in Groundhog's Day. I keep reliving the same shit and it's like it's mental torture. Like, he'll mistreat me or he'll, be mean to me, but he'll still want me to love him. But you know this, right? You just easily explained the issue in your marriage. Do you want to keep dealing with that? Or no? If you don't, and he isn't changing, leave him. But do not keep making it seem as if we had to pick a side because I can't do this on my own. I can't fix it myself. He has to want it to. I get that. But if you keep saying for the past 15 years he hasn't done that and you're still there, then you're the issue, contestant. Because we know Scott ain't shit. We can see that he is fucked up on your army. We can see that clearly. But you also allow him to do it without you leaving him. And if you file for separation is your way of leaving him, congratulations. But do that, stand in that, but don't do that and then complain about having to do that. I was a girl. I am over the season, so I'm so aggravated that the whole part 2 of this reunion was this shit, Contessa and Scott, and none of it made any sense. None of it. The fact that Andy or whoever asked them about, okay, so did y'all file for separation or whatever? Is that what happened? Both Contessa and Scott admit about 2 months ago, when the time frame, first someone said a month, I heard 2 months, I heard 5 months, I heard 6 months. I'm confused. It's been at least 2 months. They both admit she did file for separation. He admitted that yes, she did, and not only that, he was served with the separation papers. So he knew she filed. At one point, I guess she was gonna take him back, but she never did. Okay. And how they had a full discussion about the separation, went to so far as they had a conversation with their children. So y'all fully discussed separating recently. Okay. Not only that, Contessa said how she separated that man 2 years ago when she went to school. Y'all are running a backwards ass race on wet water of icicles. And I know that makes no sense at all, because why is Scott and fucking Contessa? That makes no sense. Okay. And they bring up how when they talk to the kids about it, the kids were hurt because, oh my God, mommy and daddy are going, what was happening or whatever. So for me, hearing them both admit they had a conversation about the separation, he knew she filed, she, all this shit. Why was Scott acting surprised about the revelation? And why was Contessa acting scared to talk about it? Y'all already had a fucking conversation. Girl, they bring Scott a whole seat because he was standing there for so long. They said, let's give him a seat. They give him a seat to sit down. And Toya then asked him, are you faithful in your marriage, Scott? He said, yes, of course I'm faithful. I mean, I think he's lying. Now, do I think he fully out here banging somebody else? No. But I do think he is entertaining someone in some kind of way that is inappropriate for a married man. Okay? And while he's sitting in his little chair, um, Contessa asked him, no, he said, tell me what you want. What do you want from me? Whatever. No, you tell me what I want, Sky. We've been married for 16 years. You tell me what I want. He said, you always tell me that you want consistency. Toya then say, well, no, she wants counseling. See, I swear no, and you know. And he said, you just told her that shit. So what do you want me to do? Anyway, but again, he then say how, do you really feel it's like I'm not putting in any effort to fix our marriage? And she kind of just then doesn't say shit. I was like, oh, you're going to keep wasting my time. You're going to keep sitting here not saying shit. Now, the guys on the side are like, they talking in fucking riddles. We confused. The fact that the people there hearing the full conversation, because again, we're hearing an edited version of a conversation. Eugene, Cecil, Curtis, and Karen, who's on the side looking on, okay, not right here, but again, the four guys were looking on, and they talking in riddles. I'm confused. We confused too. That's why I'm pissed. Okay, so Jackie crying because for her and Curtis went through the same thing as far as wanting to leave each other, whatever, and having a hard time in their marriage. It's like, Cecil, not Cecil. Scott and Contessa need consistent counseling, which they do. They do. That's what Contessa wants. So Scott, well, we can get counseling. We'll get it, Scott. God damn it. But again, I'm aggravated. Okay, I'm aggravated. Contessa brings up how we are. We fuss all the time. It's very we're mean and vicious to each other. I grew up in a what word she volatile. I grew up in a volatile household, and my house right now is volatile, and I don't want that for my kids. Leave that motherfucker. Okay? She then brings up how Scott, I'm trying to remember the things that happened because I'm frustrated. She brings up how Scott only came out because he did not want her to discuss the separation. He came out to shut her up. He's like, no, I came out because I thought you were saying you were done, and I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? I was confused on what you said. I did not want y'all to shut up. Matter of fact, let me leave, that y'all finish talking about it, whatever, and I'll come out later. So he's now trying to leave to give them time to have the conversation. Well, no, Scott, don't leave. If you leave, that's you running away. I'm looking like, so do you, the fuck? Do you not want to have a conversation without him interrupting, or no? I don't. I'm. Which one is it? So Haley then asked him why I have so many rumors about him. He said, "I don't know about no rumors. You know what? Tell me the rumors and show me the proof so I can tell you what's going on." I'm like, girl. He then bring up the whole phone thing, whatever. Now uh, the whole girlfriend in my phone was a joke. I had changed the name or whatever and changed some shit back. He had the phone with him this time. Siri call. My girlfriend. Do you mean Contessa? And so the girl, he changed that shit. He did admit at one point. I'm like, I'm just. Scott is up to some shady shit, one way or the other. However, it's because him and Contessa are not happy together. Neither one of them are happy. And they sitting around here driving us all crazy, forcing us to watch this sham of a marriage crumble. Okay? They're doing one or two things. They want us to see them get divorced, or they want the money from it or whatever, or they want to build up their marriage. Oh, we were horrible last season. Now look how great we are. I was like, I won't believe it either way. Girl, I just can't. Now they then asked her responding to DMs. This fool said, I did not even know what DMs were until last season when Andy asked us about it on the reunion. Do I believe that? Yes, because not all older people know how DMs work. Hell, some young folks don't know how DMs work. Some people don't realize that if you're not friends with somebody on Instagram, that if they message you, their messages go to a whole different folder. Okay, I have a whole folder of people. I don't check that shit. Nope. Leave it be. Okay. So it is possible, but he admitted that once he found out about the DM, he found the DMs and he would go in there and look or whatever. He did see people sending him things that he would react to. He said, I was not responding per se, but if someone sent me something crazy, whether it was something a nude or whatever, I would then reply like, oh wow. Well, that's crazy. Ooh, that's just what you married, bruh. You're married. You can't do that. Okay, you can't do that. Excuse me. But his point was, I have not responded directly to anybody as in having a conversation saying, hey, let's bang. His point was, I only responded back to what they sent, like, oh my God, or OMG or whatever, or whatever. I don't care. Again, you're married. Okay, you're married. And when Contessa then brings up how our issue is not even social media, it's worse than that. Okay, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, we have different ideas about what it means to be married. And I no longer want to force him to be a married man how I expect him to be a married man. Fine. Leave him. Fuck Scott. Leave. Um, it's stupid, okay? Now, they did backstage or whatever, okay? And we see Eugene, who walks up to Contessa and Scott when they were sitting around or whatever. So all the couples were backstage doing different things. Just got this one snapshot. And I appreciate Eugene trying to be a voice of reason to Contessa to explain the reason as to why Scott came out. He's like, look, I'm being objective just to explain to you, what happened. He's like, we all were watching and looking at y'all talking and being hearing Quad be the one to say you filed was shocking to him and to us, really, you know what I'm saying, because he heard it come from somebody else besides you, which meant you were telling her something that he felt like he did not know you were gonna talk about. Okay. And so it would have been better if the details of what Quad was saying came from you. The shocking part was that what was being said came from Quad. And that's why he was confused on what Quad was saying, because Quad was making it seem like it was more a done deal than what it was. And I was like, well, that's true. But however, he do say he wish, I want y'all to work it out. At the end of the day, to me, it don't matter who said it. It doesn't. This is bullshit. And y'all aggravating my spirits. Okay, I just don't know. Now, when Contessa's then talking to Simone, Jackie, and Toya, she, and Jackie was like, you have to speak. You have to admit if you want your marriage to work. And at that point, you have to speak positivity and, manifest a good marriage, to make it or whatever. if you want to save your marriage. You know what? I need you to stop, telling me that you tell me, she's what she said, you told me to stop faking it like I'm happy on IG. So how can I manifest things when I'm not acting like I'm happy? And I'm looking like, first of all, manifesting anything is not faking anything. Okay. Manifesting is putting the positive energy and the work to get what you want. It doesn't mean that if it's a bad day that you fake like it's good. That's not manifesting, in my opinion. Um, and Jackie explained, like, no, we never wanted you to be fake or to stop, being happy. But again, it's like you can't complain on Tuesday about how fucked up Scott is, and then on Wednesday you all smile as if he's the best husband ever. That's not manifesting. That's being fake. It's two different things. And Contessa too smart to be stupid. As far as the conversation she's had with the ladies, Contessa, I never complain. I never complain. I have not complained in the 4 years I've known you guys on the show. I will stop telling y'all everything. I'm looking like, okay, now she's victim. You're victim as if we had not seen you complain about Scott here and there. And you now want them to feel as if, okay, they can't even tell you to work on things versus complaining about things. I'm over it. I got friends who do that. I have friends who do that, and that's why I've been married for 16 years. I'm like, oh, so again, you're now saying your friends over the years have convinced you to stay with Scott. I'm done. I'm done. The rest of this was about Jackie and Simone. I don't care. Jackie and Simone's friendship. Jackie and Simone both say they're in a better place. They talk a bit. They talk more now. They study together. We then see Heavenly and Quad, who think it's bullshit. Now Quad, for a fact, and also Heavenly, have both publicly said on What Happens Live on YouTube or whatever, on IG, how they do not think that Jackie and Simone's friendship is back to where it used to be. And I'm like, I don't think Jackie and Simone ever said it was. To me, I think on the show they've always said they are getting back to where they used to be. They are at least talking again now, and that's the most we can ask for. I think it's weird that like Jackie, not Jackie, but like Heavenly and Quad wanted Simone and Jackie to not talk at all for it to be like a valid thing of, oh, they're not friends. But for them to say, well, we talk now. Because at one point they weren't talking at all. So to make it seem as if them just saying, like, we talk now and we hang out a little bit now does not mean we're back to how we used to be. It's fucking stepping stones, but I'm going to leave that be too. And, Simone's issue was, well, Quad, you said I was being fake and made up with Jackie for the show. I ain't faking. I don't know if you have to do that, but I don't. I never have to make up with somebody for the show, even if you have to do that. I'm like, oh yes, please read her. So I didn't like the fact that Quad and Heavenly said that because they were making it seem as if they were how Simone and Jackie were lying, and they never did. And I think, I think it's a bigger issue with Jackie and Simone, and they just want to talk about it. So what's the issue? I'm like, Quad, sit your ass over there. Hush. Okay. Now Jackie admits how, with Simone ride hard for Toya. Whatever she do, she's gonna ride hard for Toya. However, she didn't back me up when I was being fucked up to Buffy. And I like how Simone said I came to you off camera, no mic, and I told you the way you acted to Buffy does not represent you. I told you to your face about that. Jackie then said, I know you did, but my issue was you never went back to the group and said that's not who I am. I'm like, hell, Jackie, you didn't go back to the group and say that. It's weird to me that you want someone to defend you when you're wrong when you could not defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? You were fucked up to Buffy. You were. And you were so wrong in that end. You want someone to come save you? No. Sit in your fucked up, Miss Jackie. Do not blame Simone for not backing you up in your bullshit. Period. Fact of the matter is, she didn't say this shit on camera that you was fucked up. She told you in private. I'm gonna leave that be. But Simone admits, okay, I should have, could have, came to the collective and said that ain't who Jackie is. Girl, I don't get no fucks. Simone and Heavenly. Simone, like, me and Heavenly can maybe eventually sometime get into better space, but she's always coming for me talking shit. She even jokes about my teeth, about my overbite, and I don't care. I don't care either. I really, really don't. Um, they bring the men out and they went off at that point. Not Eugene, Scott still saying how, I don't check the DMs. I'm like, Scott, shut up. You are inappropriately responding to photos or videos of people. Stop making it seem as if I don't have no DMs. I'm not asking for nothing. I don't have it in my phone. You know what I'm saying? If I have the Instagram app, okay, on my phone, and if someone sends a picture to the DM or whatever, I mean, I guess that means it's in my phone, but I don't really have it. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck I got 30 minutes from the conversation because this reunion, it aggravated me. And I'm sorry, y'all, this maybe not been a good review. But I'm done. I am done. And it's a whole another part. I cannot promise y'all I'm going to do that review. I can't because I'm like, what is left to talk about? What's left? Okay. We seen Eugene, like, the girls in Judea. You gotta let her know I'm married. That's inappropriate. Don't contact me in the block. You then see Curtis say, well, I think you can, tell them, to not do that, but I don't think you have to block them. What? Which, of course, that made Jackie feel some kind of way. But Curtis also brings up how he don't have social media because he's already got caught up in bullshit. So he don't even be on the damn internet. Girl, I can't. Anyway, they got on the life coach shit. I don't care. I don't. Because Scott, Curtis didn't say, Curtis and Cecil said how they got on Scott's case about the female life coach. They then say, but Scott gave us a good explanation as to what happened. Scott then say he was, he told Contessa in a funny way that he had a life coach because she was upset that she had one first. So, but he talked her off camera and she knew he was joking and not being for real. And Annie was like, that's the explanation that made y'all think he was right. I'm like, right. I'm done. I'm done. I'm over. Bye.